The Minding the Gap for Biodiversity project came about as a series of conversations between Edinburgh Napier University and Balfour Beatty and National Highways. They were interested in how we can more accurately assess biodiversity in their sites.
Our structures that we maintain are quite small, quite discreet, so it might just be a former railway bridge, and the line that is, I'd say, 4 or 5 miles either side of it has all been sold off historically. So we're left with a little package of land in the middle of, potentially in the middle of farmland or in the middle of an urban environment. We're struggling to understand how that fitted into the wider biodiversity in the area and how we could enhance biodiversity associated with that small piece of structure, whether it's a tunnel, bridge or a retaining wall.
Traditionally, when we're constructing or maintaining structures, we've always protected biodiversity. So we've always looked mainly for protected species, so mammals, bats, birds that are protected. But this project goes that bit further to actually understand more about how all of the ecosystem fits together and how we can potentially enhance it as part of our works.
Brownfield sites are sites which have previously been developed for human use and have been left to go vacant and derelict. And because of that, they actually have quite interesting and odd habitat. They have exposed surfaces, they have poor soil, they maybe have invasive species. They're also disturbed, and this sort of intermittent disturbance that happens in brownfields actually promotes biodiversity.
This project is quite innovative and different to what we usually do because it's using a much wider range of technology to identify the species.
So in addition to the sort of traditional surveys where a surveyor will go out with a clipboard, we're also using sort of electronic surveying equipment in the form of camera traps and sound recorders. Camera traps are remote cameras that take images anytime they see movement in front of the camera. Now the other thing that we're recording is the soundscape of each of our sites. And to do that, we put microphones out in the environment and set them to record over fixed periods of time. We have this ability to filter out different frequencies which we know are associated with human activity. And so we can actually filter that out of our soundscapes and then see what's left.
For me, the key learning is really understanding how that continual disturbance is supporting the wider biodiversity of this area. If it was allowed just to go along the full succession to woodland or to whatever this area would become, it wouldn't necessarily have the same value.
The collaboration between all three partners in the project is fundamental to its success. An organisation like Edinburgh Napier University, they bring with them sort of cutting edge academic learning and practices that we would never have access to. The sheer delight they displayed in obtaining some of the data that they've got for us is fascinating. It really is wonderful. So I wholeheartedly support anybody going and talking to them and just seeing where they can help them.
The value of bringing that really good research knowledge into real-world practical experience is how we're going to be able to solve really complex problems like biodiversity crisis going forward.